HELOCs, the fastest way to pay off your home. A strategy that banks hope you never learn. When Sarah and James bought their current home, they did what everyone told them to do. They signed a 30-year, 3.5% rate mortgage, committed to fixed monthly payments, and accepted that they'd be paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest over the next few decades. It felt normal, and it was normal, but it was also incredibly inefficient. In fact, the average homeowner pays for their home 3 times over during the life of their mortgage. A few years in, Sarah stumbled across a quiet strategy whispered about in financial circles, a strategy that seemed too simple to be true, and yet it was grounded in pure math. It was based upon age-old methods, and it worked because of how simple interest functions, not amortized interest. And most importantly, it didn't make banks rich. It made homeowners debt-free fast. You see, when it comes to home loans, Sarah and James had been trained to ask, what's the interest rate? Banks love that because it distracts you from what really matters, the total cost of buying a home. And as Sarah looked back over the past 5 years, she realized something strange. They'd barely made a dent in their loan balance. Almost all their payments had gone to interest, not principal. That's when they learned the truth. Banks want you focused on the rate, not the time or the balance. Why? Because the real profit for banks comes from time. So Sarah and James looked into a different strategy, a first lien HELOC instead of a mortgage. Now, rather than making monthly payments like before, they deposited their income directly into the HELOC. They used it like a checking account, withdrawing only what they needed without making any drastic changes to their budget. Then, they watched their loan balance drop daily, cutting years off their payoff. By focusing on principal and time, not just rate, they're on track to be debt-free in 8 years instead of 30, saving over $100,000 in interest. Lessons learned. The rate isn't the real cost, time and principal are. The banks know it. Now, so do Sarah and James.